Jessie Lee Starseed here. It's nice to meet you, and thank you for watching. I'm so glad you're here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I guess you're wondering, how on earth did I end up on IMVU? Well, I'm no stranger to virtual worlds. I was on the very first one that existed back in 1999, called Cybertown. From there I migrated over to Second Life briefly, and even tried IMVU for the first time in 2010. Back then, IMVU seemed to be more geared to preteens and teenagers, so I never really gave it much of a chance. Looking back, I wish that I had kept going with it. Afterwards in the real world, I suffered with anxiety, deep depression and loneliness, and withdrew from participating in real life, and I still struggle with it to this day. No one's life is perfect, and I've been through a lot of life experiences, many of them not so great. I've made a lot of mistakes, and done a lot of things I'm not proud of. I'm sure everyone has their own story. I eventually stumbled back onto IMVU at the beginning of 2020, and created a new account. But little did I know that IMVU had grown and expanded by leaps and bounds in their user base, technology, creations, and graphics. It turned immediately into a completely immersive experience for me. After only 1 week, I was hooked, and I couldn't pull myself away from it. My experience exploring this new virtual world was fantastic and exciting, yet, I was still lonely. But, I had no idea what was coming. It's a well-known fact that some people are able to be more relaxed socially and open up online than they ever could in real life. I can type pretty good, so for someone like myself, it's easier for me to open up in conversation hidden behind a computer screen where no one can see me. But you see, IMVU takes it to the next level. All of a sudden, you're not just typing in a box anymore, but interacting with others in a 3D room setting, and even self-conscious of how you appear to others as your virtual self. After a week, I was making friends and meeting other people. After 2 weeks, I had joined a virtual family. I have to admit, I was such a noob when I first started. It takes a while to discover and explore everything, and learn all those chat acronyms, and all the rules and ways of doing stuff, and even interacting with others. This is what I looked like back then for the first several months. And over the course of my first year, I had pretty much explored loads of rooms, met even more people, and tried everything that one could do. The good, the bad, and I hate to admit, even the ugly. You have to understand, it is said that if you can think of it, it's in there. IMVU provides the platform and the tools, but the room designs, clothing, objects, and other content is created and provided by those in the platform's user base that are creators. So in truth, your imagination is your only limit. Even if you're not a creator, you can definitely find pretty much anything in the IMVU shop, which has millions of items. You see, IMVU is not just for the younger generation. Being one of the most significant and largest virtual 3D worlds on the internet, IMVU attracts people from all around the world, from all walks of life and cultures, and from all age groups. Just from my own experience on the platform, and regardless of the official statistics, it's interesting to find out that a significant number of users on the platform are between 35 to 60 years of age, not the age posted on their profile, but in real life. And, it's not just restricted to personal use. Over the years, many people have set up a real-life presence for their businesses, organizations, ministries, and other various types of groups and clubs. There are even some people who choose IMVU's platform to have real-life work-related meetings in a virtual setting. Now, for the reality. Even though IMVU is an alternate reality, and a utopia, where everyone can be young and beautiful, where you can be anyone or anything you want to be, and even fulfill dreams not possible in the real world, never forget that it's real people sitting on the other side of all the computer screens. As such, it's important to remember that the bad things that can happen to people on any other online social site can also take place in a virtual world. IMVU has provided a lot of safeguards and tools for you to use to protect yourself, and you should definitely learn to use them, but remember, there is no substitute for using common sense and protect your identity whenever you are interacting with others online. It has been said that IMVU is the great social experiment. This is perhaps the greatest asset that IMVU offers. It has allowed people to experience things socially and make new friends and relationships that would not be possible for them in the real world. Those who are disabled can stand, walk, and dance again. Those who are alone or don't have a family can find a family to be with. Women who are unable to have children can give birth to and have children. And children from orphanages, foster homes, or broken families can find and belong to a virtual one where they are loved and accepted. Whether you think it's role play or not, I have seen lives change in here. I've seen it and witnessed it. But for myself, exactly 1 year after I started, I made one of my own dreams come true. Yes, I'm a musician, but I had never tried or attempted DJing in my entire life. DJs and virtual clubs are very big in most virtual worlds, and have provided entertainment to the masses. Especially during the shutdown during the pandemic, where people couldn't go out, and were restricted from doing anything. So in March of 2021, I talked with some of my friends, including Luna Stone, owner of C4 Rock Club, and offered to help launch C4 as a new club chain in IMVU, and subsequently, started my virtual career as a DJ. It's now 2022, and not only have I been DJing for over a year now, but I also started Starseed Productions and Entertainment Group, which has its virtual offices in IMVU. And I also operate 2 online radio stations that play music around the clock, 24 hours a day, something that crosses over more into real life. Not to mention, after 2 years, I finally got the first authentic hard rock club in IMVU up and running, the Starseed Hard Rock Emporium. And I also have the privilege and honor to be a part of IMVU's Greeters program now. It's important to me, because I know what it feels like to be a noob, and I want to help others who are brand new to the platform. Okay, I know I talk a lot. Hehe, and I know there are plenty of so-called 3D VR worlds on Oculus and such, but, I ask you now. On the left is an IMVU avatar. On the right is a typical VR headset platform avatar. Which one would you want to be? I think this one's a no-brainer. I've enjoyed our time together, but I better be going now. This is Jessie Lee Starseed, signing off. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Have a great day, and take care.